Welcome to Not Married to the Name. I'm PBR, and this is Deuce coming at you right after the Super Bowl. How's everybody doing?
Probably lame because Super Bowl blows dick.
I don't think anybody wanted to watch tonight. We had the Chiefs versus the Eagles. 40-22, the Eagles laid an ass whooping. Taylor Swift got booed because they put the camera on her, and the fans were sick of watching.
Boo! Boo! Boo that woman.
Highlight of the Super
I,
Bowl.
are the commercials even good in the Super Bowl anymore? And I thought Super Bowls were usually early in the day.
They start at 5:30 and they run on average 4 hours and 15 minutes.
That's a long football game.
It was
Uh,
it was okay. I don't know. I would say Taylor Swift finally not being in the Chiefs stadium getting booed was a highlight, and then Kendrick Lamar was the halftime show.
Not a fan, honestly.
I'm not
Uh,
either.
I never been a fan.
So he set up the stage like PlayStation buttons, and then it was him and a bunch of black dudes, and they just rapped for half an hour.
A bunch of black dudes who
No
were
white
there.
people, not one white person. I mean, it is
Well,
what
why
it
would
is.
they? That's Kendrick.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense. Yeah, that's his kind of his brand.
Who are they gonna have up there? Fucking Machine Gun Kelly. That guy's donkey balls.
True. Uh, I don't know what people thought of his performance. It's hard to say. I haven't looked at the news to see what the general consensus was.
I don't know if I would even watch it. Do they do like it used to be all about the advertisement, like the advertisements.
Yeah,
What are you
so
fucking laughing about over here? This girl's chuckling.
they don't do so the halftime show is sponsored by Apple and is
Oh,
it
you know
G?
it's gonna be gay if it's sponsored by Apple.
Yeah.
It used to be good when it was sponsored by Budweiser before they started catering to the limp wrists.
As far as the halftime show, yeah, it was all right, whatever. The rest of the ads, not very good tonight. I think they were okay. I'm gonna talk about them in my class tomorrow, but I wrote down the bests, the mediums, and the bads, and they were
What
all
was the best and
they
what
don't do
was the
funny
worst?
anymore.
What?
I missed if there was a Budweiser commercial with a horse or cat dog, I missed it. So I'm bummed about that. Um, there was a good one where a dude was fighting for a bag of Doritos. That was a good one. And he was pulling the Doritos, and a UFO was trying to steal the Doritos from him. And he was hanging onto him so tight that when he finally let go, the Doritos sliced the flying saucer in half and exploded it.
I don't know if that's really good though.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What?
None of them are memorable. Actually, Willem Dafoe was in a Michelob Ultra one that was pretty funny. They were like two old
He's
people
all right.
hustling people in pickleball, hustling them for Michelob Ultras. So that was a good one.
I think Michelob's been kind of doing that with a few of their commercials. I don't know. William Dafoe wasn't in them, obviously, but
I'm not a
I don't
big
know.
Michelob guy, but a lot of people like it. It's a popular beer.
I don't drink beer, so I have no opinion. So basically, it sounds like the entire Super Bowl was a fucking wash.
Uh, in your mind, yeah.
Wash.
I mean, people are so sick of seeing the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl that watching them get their asses kicked felt pretty good. This was their third
Yeah.
Super Bowl in a row. You
Yeah,
know,
but I don't know. I guess I haven't watched football at all since Tampa Bay Buccaneers were in the Super Bowl, if that tells you anything.
2002 or three. Then that's a long time.
Yeah, something like that. I hope you have
Or
your
you're
sounds
saying
muted.
actually Tampa Bay Buccaneers were just in the Super Bowl with Brady. You mean right?
No, this was a long time ago, like when Warren Sapp was on the line.
Oh, because the Bucks won the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Oh, oh no, no, no,
Yeah,
no. The previous one. I'm trying to think who else. Oh man, they had a stellar lineup then.
Mike
I
the
don't
A
even remember
Train
their names.
Alstott, bro.
I don't know
The
anymore.
A Train. Yeah, big white fullback is a monster. I don't remember who their quarterback was that year.
Oh, I would.
Warren Sapp
I
was
haven't.
awesome.
I would have known because I played a lot of Madden then, or like 2K1 or whatever, whatever year, whatever game was. But Yeah, I don't care about sports. There's not a single sport that would get me out of my chair to go watch it.
Daytona 500 next week, baby. That's all I'll be watching. That's
And
all I'm
that's
looking
even more
forward to.
boring. I get it as a driver, but I don't understand it as a spectator.
They go 200 miles an hour, man. What's not to
Apparently.
love?
Quick question: when I mute, you don't hear that toggle, right?
No.
I'm trying. Okay, since I'm sick, I'm trying to keep my noises to myself.
So what happened to you yesterday? You were sick?
Yep, got sick. Jessica was kissing me too hard.
Oh man.
She sucked. She sucked the life out of me.
So your energy is depleted.
She said, "Cut that out. No, keep it in." Yeah, she depleted my life force. I was, I was weakened at the core.
um,
Ah, I just had a sore throat, a little bit of a fever, nothing crazy.
you said
Was
if
able
you
to
if
still
you
do work,
die,
so
continue the podcast. So I thought it must have
yeah.
been
If I
pretty bad.
die, nah, it wasn't that bad. I kept it together.
I'll die
She
before
treated
you
me
do
good.
with this red 40 in my pink Gatorade.
Yeah, but if RFK has anything to do with it, he's gonna ban that shit. So
Yep.
won't be there for long.
You know what? I saw today your LARF cup, your LARF logo. It's a
Hmm.
mock-up made up of a different brand. Is that true?
Which one?
I think it was called Leap, Leap, or Leaf, Leaf. I couldn't see, but the L was identical.
It's just the same font. It's just a by chance. It was not a play on anybody's logo.
The
I was just
Hawk,
looking for a swoopy one so I could get the F larf. What about the Hawk Tua girl?
she was wearing a hat with it, and that's what I saw. It came up on my Snapchat
Oh,
news
that's funny.
stories. Yeah. It was just a picture of her in a hat.
She's got a big dick to be showing her face in public.
Is she still
Is she still what?
showing her face in public?
You said you saw her with a leap hat on.
Well, this was a Snapchat story from Snapchat just puts
Oh,
random news stories out, so they're old
okay.
photos. Um,
I thought you were saying you saw something recent of her wearing it.
no. Um, it does show the little icon every time you mute, but we don't hear it,
I
so
don't
it'll be
care if you
fine.
see it. It's yeah.
Oh, yeah. Would you? No, never mind. You're in a bed with
What? Go
your
ahead.
friend.
Oh, would I? Nah. She's
I
got
wouldn't
no
either.
brain.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Um, so
Plus,
what's new in
everybody
News
knows her
World?
secret trick. What's new? I've been remodeling this bedroom I'm in right now. Ripped out a closet, sanded down the walls, retextured them, painted them. Started doing the trim today, and I'm doing a custom desk out of butcher block. So,
Can't come out of the closet if it's already ripped off, right?
yep, no more coming out of the closet for me.
Damn.
Except for she does have another closet, so I gotta make sure I stay away from there.
How long is it going to take you to recuperate your energy from yesterday?
Hopefully by tomorrow. I usually get over it pretty quick. The last time I got really sick was when I was running a lot, and I ran when I wasn't feeling good, and I pushed it, so I like totally killed myself. And then when I got home, I was just done for like 3 days.
I've heard men handle sickness weaker than women. Do you think that's true?
Jessica says it's true.
Like we're more babies about
Yeah, I think it's because we're manlier about everything else, so we have to be babies when we're sick.
it? I
She
think so
thinks
too.
it's funny. She's like, "You don't understand. We give push a baby out of our vaginas."
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
"That's your job, bro."
yeah. And they're willing to do it more than once, so
Yeah,
it
if
can't
it
be
hurts
that
so
bad.
bad, why'd you do it 3 times? You know?
Yep.
Whatever. They
Um.
don't know what it feels like to take a giant turd.
they
Just
just
flipping me
found
off.
they just found the world's largest petrified turd. It was
Really?
like, yeah, it was like that big, like a
From a
caveman turd.
human?
Yeah,
Like caveman? That guy's
human
butthole is
excrement,
epic.
excrement.
Excrement.
Yeah,
That guy's butthole's legendary.
yeah. Just
That's like a 10. That's a 10 Keurig shit.
Dude, that dude took that shit and's like, I gotta bury this shit for fucking
I
historical
gotta put
purpose.
this in a cave.
Yeah.
This is a historical. This is a monumental shit.
Oh my
That's
god.
fucking funny. Was it a singular loaf or was it like,
It was a giant. It was like a foot long. Just
wow,
like, ugh.
stout, like a bread loaf, like a
Yeah.
sourdough bread loaf coming out your butthole?
They used to have a
I
guy in
bet.
town who made petrified shit clocks. So we all had, when we grew up, all of our parents had these shit clocks in their garages. We didn't at my house, but Rambo did.
My buddy, he always talks about this epic poo he had. He called it the Q poo because it went all the way around the toilet rim and then cut through itself. He sent pictures of it to everybody.
Yeah. Was it enjoyable to look at for you?
I don't mind a nice shit picture, you know? There's
I've
some
taken
pride in the
some
good shit.
I've taken some that I wanted to send pictures to, but I haven't.
Yeah, my problem is I have such a tight butthole, you know?
Yours is pencil thin.
No, not that. No, it's not problematically thin,
Oh.
but sometimes I can get a good square, you know? It's almost like a Play-Doh mold.
Yeah. We could be
Yeah.
like the Liver King and eat no fiber and say that we have crusty or crispy shits that we never need to wipe. I take crispy
Crispy
shits
shit.
and I never need to wipe them because I don't eat any fiber. I just eat
Is
meat.
that what he says?
Yeah.
I don't like that guy. Something about him. I mean, not
No,
just the steroids, but it's just like he's such a fucking douche. He acts like he's so, I don't know,
I don't think he's still
perfect.
famous at all, really. I think he's been
No, he's
off the
not.
radar for about a year now.
He pretty much fell off after the whole conspiracy of him being like, I don't take the juice, and then he's just fucking juicing up, and nobody. Plus, his abs are fake.
Yeah.
You know that?
You think he's got the injections in him?
Well, they're not. No, they're scraped
Oh.
because like nobody has abs like that.
What do you mean
No,
scraped? Like the fat sucked out of
they
him?
go in, they go in, and they scrape a fat out from in between, so you get that fucking chiseled look
Hmm.
without having to do anything. I mean, I'm not saying that guy doesn't work hard, but I don't think. Yeah,
I never followed him enough. Yeah, he definitely doesn't have like ab implants. Dude's got
no, they're
abs,
not
but
implants. They're just chiseled,
he's just yeah.
like carved out. Um,
His health went down I think last year too.
he looks bad. He looks like he's coming off of a nice crack binge.
I think his steroid usage is pretty heavy and it's starting to take its toll on his heart probably.
He looks old as fuck. I mean, he's probably only in his 40s, right?
Yeah.
Maybe early 50s, but he went from being like super youthful looking, I'd say, to just like cancer patient beat down
Yeah.
within a year. Oh well, that's what you get for lying to yourself. I don't know. I
Not
would
sure if
never
that
do
dude was equipped to handle the stress that came with all of that. And I think that
the
took its
fame.
toll on him. Oh, the stress
Yeah,
of him
probably.
being called a liar. He couldn't
Well,
handle
that and
it.
then everybody in his comments just ripping him up. You know,
Yeah. Like
it's a.
he wanted on Rogan so bad and Rogan only shit on him all the time.
Oh
And
really? He never.
yeah, he'd go to
I don't
UFC
know.
events to try and get clout and everyone would shit on him.
Imagine. I don't know. There's a lot of people in the fitness industry that are pretty gay lately.
Yeah.
Like Cali Muscle, Big Boy, all those guys. Not. I don't know. I don't get it. There's this guy. His name's John Bravo. He does kind of like. Have you ever seen him?
No.
Kind of looks like Johnny Bravo, but it's not. I don't. It's just kind of like the persona he has. But he does the. He kind of like covers the drama in the fitness industry.
Oh. Yeah, I think I might know who you're talking about.
He's pretty entertaining. But who's it? Oh, Wes Watson. That's whose name is getting shit on right now by everybody. He's in jail, I think, at the
There's
moment.
the fitness community's really started changing the past couple of years with the younger crowd coming in. And I'm not
Yeah,
big on
like the
really any of the
Friend twins.
influencers.
I
Yeah.
only know the ones that like actually.
You remember the Hodge twins?
Oh, bro, I've been watching the Hodge twins since long before they were anything. and now they rebranded, and I'm like, oh, no wonder I watch these guys. I fucking like them still to this day. I
Yeah,
still watch their stuff every once in a while.
they're funny, man.
They are funny. They're sharp. They play well off of each other.
Yeah.
Their stupid blue eyes.
I used to watch so much fitness. That was my life when I was in college, was just engulfing as much fitness content as I could, trying to learn. And I'd usually watch a lot of guys that have fallen off. They were like the initial streamers on YouTube for fitness. They just don't have a following hardly anymore. Scott
Yeah, I
Herman,
never.
Rich Piana died. Mountain Dog,
Rest in
he died.
peace, Rich. I liked Rich.
I loved Rich Piana, man.
He was in no way healthy, but
The only thing that hurt me about Rich was knowing that he had a little bit of something in his arms, but that
did
was
he use synthol?
he did something similar, I believe.
Huh,
So
I didn't know that. I mean, I know his arms were
synthol
fucking inhuman, but
synthol rips up it causes a lot of pain in your arms, and the oil pretty much, it makes them
oh,
feel
I've gone
weird and
down the
stuff.
synthol. I've gone down the synthol rabbit hole for sure. Some of
Yeah.
those guys, like in like, uh, not Mexico, but
In
probably there's some
in
in Mexico,
is
but
it
like,
Latin America or India or wherever? Have you
yeah,
seen?
Latin
Yeah.
America is huge,
Just
and they're like
skinny dudes that are like,
just
"Ugh."
straight, yeah, just straight cannons. But you're like, there's no definition. It's just like literally you're just stretching your skin out and filling your muscle fiber up with fucking oil.
Well, and you can't work your muscles anymore. It degrades the muscle quality. So
There's some
Rich
bodybuilders
never
that,
had that because he didn't have degradation of his muscles, but he had something in
well,
there.
that guy worked out like a beast too. Um, there's videos of like bodybuilders who use synthol before the show, and it'll be like oozing out of their traps.
Yeah.
Pretty gross. Pretty fucking gross. I would never ever do synthol. Maybe in my
I
dick, but definitely not in my arm.
You can do it in your dick, huh?
I don't know. Let's try.
How would you
Send
how
me
would you
some
be able to get a
synthol.
boner?
You'd have to be bricked all the time.
So let me just brick up my nuts.
Yeah. Oh,
Rich
dude, could you
Rich Piana's
imagine giving
famous
yourself?
words. He goes, "Why would I care if steroids shrink my nuts? It's just gonna make my dick look bigger." It's like, yep, this guy's this guy's a legend.
That's fucking funny. That's hella funny. His wife was a man too.
Yeah, his wife's
She was a
he
she
had
was a big
multiple.
girl.
He had he had
The
a
one that
foreign
was
wife.
a super into the super bodybuilder girl is what I'm thinking of.
The foreign wife did him dirty. He left her,
Did she?
went back with his ex. They, I think, were gonna get married or were engaged or something. I don't remember how it played, but
Yeah.
there was a Sarah and a different one. Well, the one he got
Yeah.
back with when he died, she
Oh, there was one
she
the one that fucked him over was the one who I think she was in cahoots with Big Boy or something like that, and they robbed him.
the foreigner, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and they robbed Big Boy's crew robbed him, and he had helped Big Boy come up in the industry. Do you know who Big Boy is?
No.
He's a Mexican dude. Uh, the John Bravo guy always talks about his big old titties. He's got big old titties, big old fat titties, because he's massive, but he's not defined. He's just like huge in general. But anyway,
Yeah, he got
I don't know.
back. He got back with the other girl. Long story short, she started an OnlyFans once he died. Then,
Huh?
but
What a
she was
fuck?
she
What a
was
move!
she was part of the person crew that I think kind of kept helping release content and keeping him in the ether for a little bit
Who
there.
was the 5%? Is that what his nutrition company was?
5%, yeah. Being
Five
part of the
percent or
5%, doing
five
whatever it
percent or
takes.
1%?
5%.
Is it 5%? Yeah. I started watching him. It was probably his second time around of like really coming through the
I
cycle of
never I never
putting
bought
up
his
things.
supplements, but he was one of the
I
first
didn't either.
guys to do all real food supplements. So he had a blueberry cobbler or some sort of blueberry oatmeal supplement, and then he had a different one too, sweet potato protein or something. And he had actually quality supplements when he released his own.
Yeah,
Just
I
never
was
got into it.
into the supplement game. Although there was this stuff that I used to take back. Oh God, I forget what it was. It was HD something, and it eventually got banned because that's just what it was one of those ones. But I used to take it to stay up because I used to work 2 jobs, and I was working at night and during the day. And at night, I would pop one of those things, and I'd be fucking juiced up. What the fuck is that?
It's an oven mitt.
Crab? He,
Yeah, Jack 3D, man, that shit was nuts. I missed that boat by about 2 years, thank God. I used to take
say
something
that
called
again?
Jack 3D was a tainted supplement.
Oh yeah, that was big.
I
Is
took
it
I
still
used
around?
to I used to mix supplements, bad, but Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll were the two that I mixed from ProSups, and that was their first
Yeah.
proprietary blend, and then they've changed it like 3 times. It's kind of
I
sketchy.
took I took one that I regret taking still to this day. It was called Tokyo Test. And yeah, right. And I don't know how they sold this shit in the store, but it was a testosterone boost. It wasn't even a booster. It was like I don't even know what it was. But this was like before the whole TRT thing was like prevalent. And I feel like that shit sucked years away from my life.
Well, you just lost your natural test for a while, I'm sure, and then had to regain it back
Yeah.
over the course of
I
a
mean,
period of time.
well, I run high anyway, but yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, sure,
I
sure.
do. I got tested. I have almost no estrogen in my body.
Really?
My estrogen was super low.
I want to get that tested. I want to know how much test I have.
You can do it. They do. There's two. There's like a saliva test you can do. You can just order one. Go to fuck. You can get STD tests through them.
Any
Everlife
lab
or
tests
something like
now?
that.
There's some
Huh?
around where I live that are $50 for any test,
Yeah,
so I
that's
could go
kind
to
of
one of
like this
those.
one. This was an online one. It's like Life or something like that. And you could do STD tests, but they also have like a testosterone test. Theirs said that I was really high testosterone, and then I had a blood test done, or it was a saliva test. I think it was a saliva test. And then I had a saliva test done that said that I was high, but not like too crazy. So
Yeah, I need to do one. Do you think that test relates? I mean, it definitely relates to fertility, but there's other things at play still, correct?
I don't know if I could get a girl pregnant if I had to. I don't know if my swimmers are strong or there's just a lot of dead ones in there. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
But
that's a different test, correct? You'd have to do something different.
yeah, you had to
Sperm
jerk off in a
test.
cup for that. Yeah.
Hmm. Who would be if you had the person to choose in in the office, the woman working as the nurse? Who's the person
Yeah.
that you're hoping is holding the cup?
Well,
Who's the
you
one
hold
that
the
you want to
cup.
give the cup to after? Is what I'm saying.
None of them, because at
Just
this
so they
age,
see it and they're like,
I'd be so embarrassed at the amount. I'd be like, oh, here you go. Back in the day, I was a wad spitter.
yeah. You just must spit more wads now than you used to. Maybe that's why.
Less now.
God, why is it sucks getting old, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It
It
sucks.
used to be. It used to be like fucking pew pew pew, and now it's more like.
Dude, it's our prostate. It's not our load, it's our prostate. It just doesn't
Yeah,
work as well anymore.
I definitely have issues there. I when I go to the bathroom in public places, I'll hear someone peeing. I'll be like, damn, that's a good flow. I miss that.
Dude. Yeah, all the time, dude. I just hear these horse pisses coming out and I'm like, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, there's been guys where I want to reach over and shake their hand, like, God damn, that's a flow, man.
They
Girls
make
don't have to worry about that. It just falls out of their vagina.
they
Just
make
one
a
foul
medication
swoop.
for that called Flomax.
Yeah,
It
I
works.
take a prostate med, but
I
I
forgot about
feel
that.
like I feel like if I drink more water, I get good flow. But I don't. I have a hard time like reminding myself that to like slam water down.
I got a gallon jug, not the gallon with the handle, but just a gallon at the
Yeah.
dollar store the other day. And I was thinking I need to try and drink a gallon in one day to see if I could. There ain't no fucking way, dude. I'm like halfway through it. two and a half
Yeah, it's a
days
lot of
in.
water. I mean, that's like trying to do 1,000 push-ups in a day. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
you can do it, but like it's just it takes up so much time, and that's just drinking all day.
It's not Cameron Haynes. I know his son broke the pull-up record, but did you see that guy who just broke the pull-up record and did 1,000 in 12 hours? I think
1,012 hours.
a little over 1,000. His hands were
You know,
so swelled up, they were like tennis balls.
that's a lot. I mean, I could see it because like for a time I was able to do 20 in a row, but to do that all day long consecutively, probably pumping out 50 in a set.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of work.
Let me get
That's a
this
lot
down
of
low,
work.
just in case my chin gets cut off again. Should have had it like that the
Well,
whole time.
I'll make sure that the border's more on the edge than last time. That was I was using an old video to mock it up. So
Oh, dude, my pull-up game's down to 2. It was at like 6, 7 this summer. I can only do 2.
two, I could do at least 12,
It's sad.
maybe 15 if I struggle bust it. Najoni can do two now. She was able to do none for a long time. Her little fucking chicken arms,
You should do.
but she's able to do two.
That's really good for a girl.
Yeah, she doesn't realize that it's actually really good for most people. Most Americans can't even do a pull up,
Right. Well, if
which
she
is
looked at
crazy.
me, I'm like a skinnier guy. I'm
Yeah,
not heavy. I'm not strong anymore, but for her to be able to lift and do as many as I can, yeah, that's that's a big deal.
yeah.
Or
I
I
would.
mean, and I'm just saying I'm above the average male in the pull-up category probably at our age.
That's crazy to me. Well, I'm way older than you, and I can do 10 without sweating,
That's your thing
but
though. You do pull-ups though.
not really. I don't. I do them maybe once a week.
Do you feel like
Push-ups is more my thing.
we should do 1 week. I'm not going to do this. 1 week of exercising with load capture and 1 week of no exercising with load capture and see what week produces the bigger load.
Well,
That'd be
load
interesting.
capture. What kind of load are we capturing? The ejaculate?
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna start capturing our ejaculate. I need you to measure it for me in grams.
Oh man.
Um, I've been doing a thing. So her youngest daughter, she's learning math or whatever, and she's always like 100 plus 100 plus 100. That's 300. So, my regimen now is, well, I haven't really done it yet because I got sick, but 100 plus 100 plus 100. So I do in a day 100 squats, no weight, just body weight squats, uh, 100 crunchies, and 100 push-ups in a day. That's easy. That's easily, I can do 50 push-ups in a set, so or in one set, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But I haven't been doing it since I got sick. I regret it though.
Do you have a top brim for our banner, by the way? Because I
A
just
what?
noticed we had a purple streamer mode thing going across the top this entire time that I forgot to take off. I think you do have a
I could
top
just
thing.
make it. I can make it solid, so it's all black. I could
Oh,
just. I could.
I'm an
I
idiot,
could
man.
put the black there. No, you're fine. I'm. It don't matter to me. It's simper,
I
so
think
simper.
kids at that age they start learning with blocks. So they do. I
You should
can't
just
remember what
not.
they call them, but they use cubes and 10-piece cubes and then 100-piece cubes for counting and
Why
weight.
are your lips so red? You look like a fucking clown.
She's got a Taki
Oh, we're
mustache.
recording. Get out of here. Go. Oh my god, you should see. I
Taki
wish I could put
mustache.
Najoni on camera. I'm not going to, but she looks like the Joker.
It's gonna dry her lips out.
Go take it off in the restroom.
Okay, sorry about that.
Go.
Just
Get out of here.
hearing her makes me want to play some
Want to play Fortnite?
Fortnite, baby.
You look like a Mexican. She looks like a Mexican girl in middle school who just like does cake face and like the super red lips, you know?
Yeah.
I, you look like you have a bitter like. Get out of here with.
Speaking of, I have some candy. Not a big fan of these, and my family always buys me these for birthdays and Christmas. I don't like
Those
them
don't
that
look good.
much.
I
They
like
suck.
Haribo, just gummy bears though.
Yeah, same. Is that how you pronounce that? As Haribo? That would make sense.
Is that how you pronounce it, Haribo? That's how I pronounce it. I think they're Mexican, aren't they?
Nothing gets me going more than a hairy bow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Especially behind in that closet there.
Oh man, shit. You been paying attention to anything in gaming lately?
I have. It looks like I read some of the reviews for Steam Kingdom Come Deliverance, and they look pretty good. And
Yeah,
there's
of course. It's a good game. That's the problem. It's a good game that was forced to add dumb shit. And because they added it and gave in to the will of the loser, I will not play it. And I'm a Kingdom Come diehard.
the
I
most
love the first one.
there is people in there that say they're not going to play it. There's on the reviews, most of them are around 60 to 70 hours. They say the combat isn't as good in this one as it was in the other one.
Did they say that it's been simplified?
I don't know. I didn't read enough of them.
I can't. I gotta imagine. So, like, if you look at the last Star Wars game and pretty much any game that's come out from Ubisoft or EA in the last couple years, the stealth is butthole. Like, it's so bad. There's no. It's get seen by an enemy, fucking fall back into a bush. That that gameplay style is bad. It's for people that suck at gaming.
We've talked about it on here before.
Yeah, they're making games for people that suck and people that don't play video games. And which is like anybody who does want a challenge, you're not going to find it in any of these titles because they're not just by turning up the health of the AI doesn't make the game. Look at you. She's over here looking at adult features under her blanket. It doesn't make the game
What are those?
what?
Adult features. Like what
Oh, I was talking
website?
about porno.
Oh.
No, I don't know what she's doing.
Oh.
Texting her boyfriend or something.
So you said you're getting distracted too easily tonight. You said you're
I'm sorry.
Kingdom Come. Any other games you're seeing in the ether?
Only ones that people are dogging on because I don't think anything's even like remotely interesting coming out. Is there
I
anything interesting coming out? I don't think so.
No, not that. So I went into Barnes and Noble. I told you about that smut book I was gonna get, Fourth Wing.
Yeah,
Haven't started it yet, but I started the other one. It's called I don't even know what it's called, but it's by an author called Jasmine Guillory, and it's about two black people. A black author wrote the book, so I actually thought it'd be interesting to read a book from a black woman. Try it for a change. She wrote the book,
racist.
and it's about a female celebrity. The guy is a marketing guy, but it is 100% woman for women, man. Because I cannot get into it, and I just know that that's what women read, and now I'm like, how? How can they read
All
this shit?
dog. It's all dog shit.
Oh,
It's so boring.
it's so
There's
boring.
no
The writing style is she's writing about a business guy, and she's probably never done business because it doesn't make any sense. Like all the business talk,
yeah
it's I imagine what I'm learning from this book is like watching like a soldier watching a war movie. That's how I feel.
yeah that makes sense
But
from a retarded soldier. Or no, not you, not the retarded person wrote the war movie.
yeah.
Yeah, I could never. I haven't read a book. The last book I read, cover to cover, was Mark Levin, and it was Ameritopia, I think. And that was, fuck, 8 years ago, something like that.
You two should
But
get
that's the
a
last book I read.
you should get a book online or something that you both can read and then report back.
Well, I think one of the best books I've seen in the last 10 years is called reasons to vote for Democrat, and the book's empty.
One
It's
second.
just 200 pages of blank page. It's 200 blank pages. It's genius. But anyway.
I just got a Discord call there. Came on screen. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that is genius. Maybe that'll change eventually. Not anytime soon, I don't think.
Don't think
I
so.
wonder who their next candidate will be.
Well, they're so disconnected, I don't think it's going to be anybody that even their party wants. So, we'll see. I have a few inklings, but I'm not going to say. I don't want to ruin it for the people. We'll just say, nobody worth a shit.
People that are well known, do you think?
Yeah. Only in name, not in not in actual accomplishments.
Do you think they're going to go the route of trying the celebrity or trying someone who's not a lifetime career politician?
You know, I don't know. It would have to see. It would have to. It would have to be someone who isn't bought and paid for and hasn't been bought and paid for over the years, and that's not going to happen on that side, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I think their best bet would have been RFK, and they fucking ran him off. So I don't know. I mean, he was literally their best candidate, and they didn't want him because they couldn't tell him what to do. So you see
Yeah.
what happens. But
Yes, sir. We have. So what else is in the ether today? We talked a little bit about video games, a little bit about football.
what about workout
Ejaculate.
influencers? Ejaculate, that was a big one.
We haven't. We've slightly bashed women tonight with the book. I guess that was me who bashed the women.
No, I did too. I called them retarded.
Yeah. Do we? Is there any way we can bash men?
Yeah. Ones that lean that direction, not this direction. I'm talking about lean left. I mean, what's wrong with you?
I don't know. I have lots of friends that lean left.
And they're all retarded. I'm sorry you have so many retarded friends.
Oof.
But see, people, they just assume that, like, I don't care about the right at all. I'm conservative. It's there. It's not right or left. It's literally in the middle. So, by
You're saying
definition,
you're saying you're in the middle?
it is. Yeah. I want the government to have as little impact on daily life. I want people's freedoms to be up to them, but not paid for by the government. I want as little government contact with people as possible. That's right in the middle. You either, you know.
Yeah. No, I got it. I don't know
Yeah.
where I'm at, man. I need to figure out a stance. I'm 30 years old.
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
It's also not that important. It's not really a big deal either. Doesn't matter. Her and I aren't the same, but we still sleep in the same bed. That'll.
Oh, I
So.
bet she gets tired of you.
Oh, she does. Do you get tired of me? Do you get tired of me? Is it only when I keep talking?
If I were her, I would what's that word called? The Dutch oven? I would pull the sheets over your face at night after you talk too much. I'd be like
Oh, I would suck her farts up like a vacuum.
No wonder your nose is running. You sick bastard. You want to hear about this dream I had yesterday?
Yeah, spill it on me.
Okay. This shit's crazy. So there's a seed bank. If no one's ever seen this seed bank, there's a seed bank in Norway that stores all the seeds in the world.
I know about it.
Yes. I had a dream where it was like the Wyndham. It's called the Wyndham Triple is what I'm calling the dream. Basically, there's 3 mini seed banks that you can come outside of, and inside the seed banks underground, think of a hot dog roller like this. Inside the seed banks, each person has their own luxury hotel room that changes as you get in. But the whole dream revolves around the place being ran by holograms. It's really strange. And the holograms are kind of evil. They're intelligent holograms. So you can meet in the middle, and inside the middle of that place, there's all the triple connect. All the triple hot dog rollers connect basically to where there's meeting rooms, casinos. Each floor is different, and then
Sounds like a city in Dubai.
yeah, um, you can meet, and what happens is, if you go outside, you can snowboard around the whole thing. And the moment I went outside, there was a fucking polar bear ready to eat me, but it was a hologram. And I'm going in there, I'm eating in the restaurant, and I started realizing things were off because I would look in the mirror in my hotel room, and the hologram would like chase me in an evil manner, and then the mirror picture would just turn into me. It would just be me then. And I go to the supper hall.
Dream that long in a long time.
If you make the holograms mad, you have to tip them to make them happy.
What are you tipping him with?
Money, real money. And it doesn't work because eventually I make them more mad and more mad. But I see Camille Nanjiani sitting there eating breakfast alone, and I'm like, hey, if you want to talk about this, come find me. Do you know who that guy is?
No.
He's that comedian in Silicon Valley, Dinesh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Underrated show.
Oh, yeah. Go back, realize that everyone at that place is from local schools, and it was
People
normal.
you know in real life.
I go back a second time to stay there. So this is like a multiple night dream. Go back a
Did
second
you do
night.
drugs last night?
No. And then the second time, we have to murder somebody to get out of there. Otherwise, we're not able to leave.
I can't kill people in my dreams.
I can't. I just ran. Like
I have
we were
multiple.
looking, but
I've had multiple dreams where, like, cause I carry a gun, and in my dream, it's like the gun never works. I'm just like,
why is that? Or it
what?
goes in slow motion. Have you ever had that happen?
No.
Like you try to pull the gun out and it's like,
For me, it's just like I'll just pull out a gun and like, cause I have a lot of guns, so I'll pull out a gun and I'll start shooting and it'll be like every shot misses or whatever, and then I like fuck no ammo and I have to grab another gun. It's like there's like 2 bullets in it. I was like I can't hit anything, and in my head I'm like, why can't I hit anything? But you don't realize you're dreaming at the time.
yeah.
It's just It's a frustrate. It's like cock tease.
Do you,
I just want to kill people. Let me kill people in my dreams, fucko.
maybe it's because we haven't, like, if you haven't actualized it in real life, then you can't do it in the dream. But there's so many things I do that I haven't done in real life in a dream. Fly.
I haven't got laid in a dream in a long time.
Me neither.
Actually, I don't know if I really ever do get laid in a dream.
You just wake up before it happens.
Yeah.
Every
Your
good
mom's
dream,
on top
you
of
wake
me.
up too early. What'd
Yeah,
you
you
say?
do. I said your mom's on top of me.
Oh my god.
Oh. Yeah, when you smoke a lot of weed, you stop having dreams, at least dreams that you remember. So, up until this last couple months, I started having dreams again because I pretty much stopped having dreams. So I just go to bed fucking ripped out of my mind every night. And it's weird. You're like, whoa, fuck, that was vivid. Like I had a dream.
Think about this too, though. Generally, the most people get their REM sleep cycle better if they go to bed by 10 p.m. You're going to bed earlier when you're staying over there than when you're staying at home.
Oh yeah,
So
when I stay at home, I'm
you're,
going to bed at like 2 or 3.
you might be getting higher quality REM sleep because you're going to bed earlier. So
I've been
your
waking up.
circadian rhythm might be more
Maybe, but
in
I've
tune.
been waking up and going piss lately too. I usually don't wake up in the middle of the night and go pee. I just wake up in the morning like, fuck.
Well, the more you stay over there, the more you have fun time before you go to bed, and you gotta clean the tubes out.
Yeah, I
Maybe
usually
that's
just pee
why.
in her mouth. That is one thing
She's
I
not
do
gonna
not
like
do.
this one.
She's sitting right next to me. She
I
knows
know.
exactly what she's looking
Just
at.
shaking her head.
She admitted to me that she hasn't watched the last three, and I was like, oh.
Oh, you cut out. She hasn't watched the last
I'm
three, you
back.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably not a bad thing.
No, probably not, especially the
I
last one.
I can't bring myself to share this one with the lady I'm talking to.
She couldn't handle it.
Fuck
Let's be
no.
honest.
Fuck no. I shared my personal one with her. I thought that'd be enough.
I saw you posted that video on yours today. Uh, I was like, what? He posted another one, and I was like, oh, he posted it on his channel. Okay.
I just repurposed the audio to be made for my channel. I was a whore. Just used the same video for two different channels, but whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, I think our best viewed video is the RP one right now, isn't it? That have the highest
Yeah.
view count.
50 views, baby.
Hell yeah, I sledded that one out too. So
Got a whole 2 or 3 likes on it too.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah, baby.
You know, I
Trappy
think
Pete.
Trampy Pete. We should do some GTA soon too.
Yeah.
Just pick a random server and just kind of go in there and fuck
I
around. See what
downloaded it.
happens.
I'm ready. Whenever.
I don't understand why you guys delete that shit all the time. Get a bigger hard drive. Go buy another hard drive.
I just deleted it out of depression.
Everybody deletes them. They're like, not out of depression, but out of just like, "Oh, I didn't have room on my hard drive. I had to put fucking Valorant on there." I was like, go spend $25 and get a fucking 500 gig hard drive.
Cities are too damn big in that GTA one. I wish they were a little smaller for RP.
What do you mean, population wise?
I wish the map was smaller.
Oh, nobody goes up north anyway. Most everybody, there's like, well, I guess it depends on the server.
Casino maybe.
Not every server has a casino. They're not always open. And every time I've been to the casino, it's usually like nobody there.
Oh.
It's like hit or miss. Unless you're like part of the in crew, you know, where you like, you know everybody in the server. Then I feel like GTA is a lot clickier than Red Dead,
You're probably
which isn't
right.
true at all. But Red Dead, it's like people don't go places as much because you have to ride a horse, you know. In GTA, you just jump in a car and fucking race there. But in
Yeah.
Red Dead, you're like, I really don't want to go over there, so I'm just gonna sit on the bench.
Just ride that horse and you randomly like run people over by accident that aren't spawned in or kick them. You run into you can run into a bear or something that
Oh
like
God,
wolves will scare you off the
bobcat.
horse. There's just so much liability everywhere you go in Red Dead. You ride that horse, you risk getting robbed.
Yeah, well, you risk getting robbed. You risk getting killed by wildlife. Not even killed
Rob
by
Thomas.
wildlife. Rob Thomas.
Yeah. Matchbox 20, baby.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoy it. I think we'll go back. We need to go back soon.
Yeah. Any funny stuff happening in your life?
Not really. We've already talked about that. I don't think so. It's been pretty boring lately. I'm just trying to get this fucking room done. It's turned into quite the task. I'm doing a custom desk, so I painted the cabinetry part of it today. And I'll be mounting it to the wall, and then I gotta sand down the butcher block and recoat it one more time with polyurethane.
You should shave it all off and just do a handlebar mustache.
Are we talking about this now, huh?
Yeah, start a mustache. We need to see
Nah,
that.
I've got too much of this thing they call a double chin.
Dude,
It's French.
what about just a neck beard? Just a giant neck beard. That'd be fucking
I
epic
could
for a podcast.
I could rock the neck beard, just pull it down to here.
Just for one podcast.
God, I'd look so weird
You
because
s-
I could grow a neck beard.
You still could get boobs for the podcast.
I
For
could
one
get what?
episode. You could get boobs for an episode.
You know, I heard South Park took that idea. Now, obviously not from me. I mean, they
Steve-O
probably thought
took
of
that
it
idea too.
too. Did he?
Yeah. He
For
almost
what?
he had the procedure booked to get real fake boobs. And then he didn't go
that's
through
not
with
even
it.
that's not even funny.
Yeah, I think enough people kind of told him that it was stupid, and then he didn't do it.
It's hella stupid. Why would you do that? I
Yeah.
mean, Steve-O is literally not intelligent. So, and the only thing the guy has to talk about was his extreme drug abuse, stupid decisions, and then now he talks about how he's changed. He just doesn't do that shit anymore. But he's still dumb as fuck. Like he's a low IQ individual. No
He got
offense to
away
him.
with being an asshole to a lot of people for many years.
I heard he was
He's
a fucking prick.
he's
I know a
lucky
girl
he
who
got
met
away
him.
with all that shit.
Yeah, I know a girl that met him who said he's a fucking real piece of work.
Yeah, you told me that story before, I think.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
not not a fan of his. I was always a fan of him in Jackass, but as I've gotten older and like watching his podcasts and stuff, I'm not a fan of him anymore.
I loved him in Wild Boys and Jackass. I just yeah,
Wild Boys was awesome.
I don't like him as much after all the podcast stuff either.
Yeah, it just exposed him for being a doofus.
What do you think of
Um,
Bam now?
Poor guy.
He grew up in the spotlight his whole life. Drugs and alcohol took their toll on him for sure.
I wouldn't say his whole life, but definitely from his like
Probably
teen
16.
years. Yeah, but I mean, he did it all himself. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they definitely took it. They took what they did and they perfected it by, you know. And I think it was I don't. Whose band is it? Who is CKY? Whose band is that?
His brother's the
And his
drummer.
cousin. His brother's the drummer. Okay.
Yeah, and then his brother split off and started his own branch of CKY. The band split into two different CKY bands, and I don't know if they ever got back together. I'm not sure.
Was CKY2K or was that just the name of the video?
I don't know.
Hmm. I remember that was like one of the videos. It was that and bum fights. Like
Yeah,
if you've seen that and bum fights, you're in the loop. Fucking bum fights was awesome.
I used to watch Viva La Bam when I was growing up. I liked it. I watched
I didn't watch Viva La
some
Bam.
of their long videos, not the short form, but the longer ones were good. I've always wanted to do the gumball rally, go to Europe and do a gumball rally, but
Yeah, I
I
watched a guy do it recently. His name's Matt Armstrong. He's a old BMX biker, and he in the last 10 years has been like rebuilding cars,
was
wrecked cars.
was it dangerous when he? I think it's a dangerous thing to compete in. There's people
I
that
don't
try
know.
to
I don't.
rob you if you go through some of those countries.
I don't think they were competing, but I don't. I think it was more for fun for them.
Yeah.
But he like fixes up like supercars and stuff. So they all had like Lamborghinis and
Well, it's not about
Ferraris and stuff.
speed that's dangerous. It's about going through random countries. And
Yeah,
they get like, there was used to be things where you'd get, people would block you on the road and just rob you,
do your
do
shit.
different things.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because they know you're rich.
I mean
Most
some
people
of them are
that
rich.
compete in those gumball rallies drive luxury cars, you know.
Hmm. We should do it in like a fucking beater.
Yeah. You got to watch, I think there's a movie called Cannonball or something. That's really good. Um,
Don't know if I've heard of it.
It's got that dude with the giant teeth, Gary Busey.
I love Gary Busey. He's such a weirdo.
Yes.
Gary Busey's the ultimate Hollywood weirdo.
Is he still alive?
He's yeah, he's still alive. He's as weird as ever, but it's so weird because he's like super weird, but there's like stints of normalness from him.
He owns it. He knows
Oh
he's
yeah,
weird. That's kind of the
yeah,
funny
he
thing
knows.
about it.
Yeah, Gary Busey's. I like Gary Busey.
You think Gary Busey gets laid?
Is he not married?
I don't know.
I know he has a son. I watched something recently with his son. I think age is catching up to him now. I mean, he's pretty old. He's been old for a long time.
He does look pretty rough. I didn't know
Hmm.
if he was still alive, just judging by the
It's
last time I
Jim, by
saw
the
him.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, you're telling her my dick size, aren't you?
Nah, yeah, right. Favorite Jackass character?
uh, Mine? Dave England. Second,
Really? Super Dave, huh?
Dave England used to be a pro snowboarder, and he's funny as fuck. I like him. I think he brings good energy. Second favorite would probably
He's
be
ballsy as fuck
I
with his
like
public shit.
Knoxville and Dunn too.
I think Knoxville's my number one.
Knoxville does all the gnarly shit.
Knoxville is a fucking savage. That guy's crazy,
He's the most risky of all of them. Danger
easily.
Aaron, uh, personality wise, I don't know.
Kind of a douche.
Yeah, but damn, I respect that guy.
Yeah. I have obviously I respect all of them because they all do some crazy shit for the most part. Dunn was cool, but we're forgetting one of the best.
Wee man,
No,
not Preston.
Party Boy,
Oh, dude, Pontius is like,
Chris
yes, dude.
Pontius.
Okay, so let me go back. It's fucking. I don't know what I love Chris Pontius. It would be. He might be my number one. I don't know why I just drew a blank on man. I own the Wild Boys collection, like the Australian version, unopened. It's rare.
Mhm.
Oh, dude,
It's rare.
dude, it is. It's rare. It's wrapped. They only made a couple of those 4 DVD sets, so he's fucking awesome. And he used to beat the shit. He was kind of the fighter for the cast.
Yeah, Pontius was hilarious. He wasn't scared to show his wiener either.
Mm-hmm.
His wiener was always out and about. Yeah, how do you forget about Chris Pontius?
Dude, I don't
He's
know. I
probably my number
still
two. It goes Knoxville and then Pontius.
that bull totter when they were on the teeter totter. I don't remember what they called that, but that was one of my favorites. It was him, Bam, Pontius, and Knoxville. It was a big
What
white.
what's
It's a 4-person teeter totter, and it
what
was
movie was it from?
probably Jackass 2, and it was Pontius and Knoxville, and Bam and Dunn.
God, thinking about the music from the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
That shit just gets you juiced up. I remember everybody in high school went through the jackass phase where everybody was doing stupid shit. We used to push each other in fucking. I mean, this is from CKY, but we used to push each other in fucking shopping carts and shit. Like, how stupid are you?
I
How stupid are we?
think the first, I will say, I think Steve-O was the guy that kind of, I was the introduction to Jackass through Steve-O and Bam. And then I got into it through all the other ones. In the first movie, I think Dave England did a lot of the most gnarly stunts. It was the first or second movie, which is why I like Dave England. But
Yeah,
Pontius is probably the best comedian next to Johnny.
yeah.
So Pontius is just funny in general. I like my favorite Pontius one is when he hides in the manhole in the sewer and he flies out of it in the devil costume and he goes, "Keep God out of California." And he lands straight on his fucking head. That's my favorite. Or when he's in
It's
like
been
what is it, China, and he's doing the fucking party boy, rubbing up on
it's
all
been
those police
it's
officers.
probably Japanese. I gotta imagine, or Japan.
It
I don't know if
is.
they'd get away with that in China.
It is because they played the Turning Japanese song. Now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, I have to watch all that shit again. I haven't watched the new ones, just
Oh,
because I don't like most of the cast anymore. God, my nose is catching up to me here.
it's
But
nighttime.
yeah. Oh, what an era!
Let me.
What an era of
What
TV.
was
There,
what was one of
okay,
your favorite
there's a
stunts? Sorry, go ahead.
favorite stunt. I can't even remember them anymore. I'd have to go back and watch the original series or the TV series. But there's no way. I think the one that sticks out the most is Chris Pontius when he stuck his penis in the snake tank and it was like a little mouse.
Yeah. uh, the
Or Dave England when he shits in the toilet
yeah.
in the middle of the hardware store. He goes and like takes a shit. He's like sitting on the toilet and takes a shit. That one's pretty good
His
too.
fire hose rodeo skit's really sick. When he gets on the fire hose and rides it around, that one's scary.
Uh, Dave?
hmm That's probably his gnarliest stunt. Trying to think. Danger Errands are all always like lame. In
Most
the
of those guys are lame.
Danger Aaron
Old
has
though.
the main stunts in the new movie, and he does some. They're bad. There's one
Yeah.
where. Do you want me to just tell you one of the ones he
Yeah, I
does?
don't care. I'm imagining he's probably the most hungry for money at this point in life too.
He goes through a ball gauntlet, so everyone just beats up his balls until he finally gets his something ruptured, if you can imagine. Dave England takes a pogo stick and jumps on him even, and that was what did it. It was horrible. I didn't like watching it. The other
I don't
thing
know what. Oh, go ahead.
The other thing he did was he let a bear lick honey off of him, like a fucking
Yeah.
giant bear. Which is pretty.
There's another group of guys. They're Australian, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't remember what they were called, but they were actually crazier than Jackass because they
Yeah.
had to push the envelope because Jackass set the standard. I don't
Yep.
remember what their names were,
I,
but
I
that show.
I used to watch
It was
them
like
too
two brothers, I
on
think.
YouTube.
Oh, the Dudesons.
Yes,
The Dudesons. Those guys are fucking nuts.
they did some stuff with the Jackass brothers at some point, or the
Jackass
Jackass
boys.
guys. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, good times.
I could
I think-
watch that shit over and over, man. I love.
Do you even know
Love
what bum
those.
fights is?
Yes, of course.
Do
Of
you?
course.
Do you
Yes.
really? But bum
I've probably
fights is
seen
so
a lot
OG
of them.
that we used to pass around the VHS, like not a DVD. My buddy bought the VHS and we would pass it around.
I
Why
could
are you laughing?
I could bring up another one and you wouldn't believe I've watched it, but I don't know if it's safe for YouTube.
What fucking? Oh man, what
Do
was
I
the
bring it
Jenna
up?
Jameson porno?
This is
It
probably
was a
too much for
VHS we used to
YouTube, so I
watch.
better not bring it up.
What? Do it.
Jar squats?
One cut, one guy, one cup.
No. Is that what it was called?
Is it the one where the guy breaks a glass cup in his asshole?
Yeah. Jar
Yeah, that's
squatters.
one guy, one cup.
Oh. That was like scarring. I was pretty young for that.
Yeah, it was like two girls, one cup.
You
But
don't I don't
one
think
guy, one.
I never watched that video in full. I watched like 30 seconds and that was enough.
I only watch porno I can jerk off to. I'm not watching it to be like, oh.
I don't remember any of it because I was so young. I think Human Centipede was that was like I'm done. Human Centipede 2, horrible movie.
I didn't watch it.
Quit watching it.
The whole idea of Human Centipede is fucking hilarious to me.
I didn't know what I was
Like-
getting into. Everyone just said to watch that, and we all just kind of started watching it, and then we're like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
this is really bad."
Good stuff. You ever heard of Mr. Hands?
No, I don't
It's a
want
guy
to.
he supposedly dies. I'm not even gonna, I won't tell you. You can Google it if you want. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna.
It ends poorly. Yeah.
You ever see the movie VHS? It's a horror movie.
Weird Al?
No, VHS is a horror anthology series.
Wait,
I-
UHF is Weird Al's movie.
Weird Al's on tour.
Is he?
Yeah, some kid in my class is going to a Weird Al concert here pretty soon.
I saw Weird Al in concert at the San Mateo County Fair back in probably 1999.
Was he a good performer?
Only song I remember him performing is I'm fat, you know it. And he came out in the whole bodysuit and everything. Yeah, but of course he's a good performer.
I'm too old to like Weird Al, I think.
I don't think that's true. That dude, I still to this day sing, and this is off one of his. I think it's called "Running with Scissors" was the name of the album, and it was the Chameleonaire song. They
Yeah,
see me
White and Dirty.
rolling. Yeah,
That's his best
they
one.
see me mowing my front lawn.
Yeah, you used to be able to go through like a Walmart or a Sam Goody. You remember Sam Goody?
Yep.
And you'd browse, and there was like 10 different, probably 5 different Weird Al CDs. Weird Al had a
Yeah.
lot of albums.
Oh yeah.
You
Um,
you probably a big fan of Weird Al because you used to make rap like
yeah.
spin-offs.
They weren't really spin-offs. Well, I guess they were when we started doing it. Yeah, you're right. Like we did. Oh, what was that T-Pain song? Something about. Oh,
Stripper?
the boots with the
Oh,
fur. We
yeah.
did the cooch with the fur.
My favorite one, the one that you shared with us, the chili ring. I love that one.
That one's actually not a remake of an original. That's an original beat. My buddy said, "Oh, you don't even know how disrespectful that song is." I
I
guess
don't, or
I
your
think it's
buddy.
an no. He said, "I don't me.
Oh,
I don't understand how disrespectful the song is that I made." I think it's an Aaliyah song, Aaliyah beat. It's like Guapolade or something like that.
yeah, I don't remember. Tonight. Trying to think. I know what song it
Because
is.
it's not. Well, the original is nothing like what I did. Because I
Oh,
had no reference of the original, so I just made that over it. But everybody tells me I should have released it. I never did. I just like show it to people every once in a while.
oh. First thing I'm doing when I get off this call tonight is listening to Dig Bar.
Big bar gay
I
raps, three
forgot
big
to.
balls.
Yeah, we talked about him last time, and I forgot to look him up.
Old Dig Bar. Dig Bar probably actually is gay raps.
Probably.
That's why Buckster likes him so much.
Yeah, Buckster fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, Buckster rides mountain bikes now. You know, I'm Buckster. I ride mountain bikes. I'm too good for everybody.
He likes having a sore anus.
Oh, I'm sure his girlfriend pegs him.
You know, my girl rides cycles and does that cycling thing, and I asked her if it hurts her ass, and she said, "Yeah, your ass just never gets used to it." Like she said, it slowly does, but even if you get a good seat, it like bikes
You
hurt
gotta
your
get a
ass.
fat per. You gotta get a fat person seat.
Yeah.
One that
La-
cradles the booty.
Last time I rode a bike, I rode like 2 miles, and my ass hurt so bad. I just was like, I thought the bike was broken or something. I thought the seat was wrong. But I guess that's just what happens if you don't ride a bike very often.
Yeah, well, you gotta imagine when you're pedaling that much, your butt cheeks, you're building muscle on your ass. So, 'cause I used to ride a bike. It was probably 10 miles to work and 10 miles home every day. And I was always 5 minutes late. It was just eventually what got me fired. Fuck that guy, you fucking bitch.
Was it a bike with
Black
speeds?
dog. Huh?
Was it a bike with speeds? Like a
Yeah, it was a mountain bike.
okay.
Yeah. Black dog. I forget what the name of the company is now. Anyway, fuck him. He says I owe him $30 to suck my dick.
For what?
Um, because I used to order shirts through him.
Oh.
I didn't owe him fucking $30. That motherfucker owes me $30. Um, what were we talking about? Now I've done forgot. I was thinking
Bikes
about
and
that
butts.
doofus. Oh yeah, yeah. I used to ride, so it was like 10 miles to and 10 miles back, and I hardly ever got off the seat. I used to ride with no hands most of the time, just kind of jamming. God, I miss that. I miss that time in my life.
I don't remember ever having like soreness when I was growing up, you know.
Yeah,
But
I was probably in my mid 20s at that point. I had a car. It was just way easier and way healthier to ride my bike.
were you in pretty good shape?
Uh, I mean, probably stamina wise, I was in good shape, but I wasn't like muscular by any means.
Oh. Hmm. Yeah,
I probably had like
ten
a runner's
miles.
body.
10 miles each way is quite a bit.
Yeah, but when you're listening to music and you're not really paying attention and you're not in a race to get there or to leave,
Yeah.
it's not that bad. I used to do it in some shitty weather too.
Well, did
It
you
was
drive
nice.
home? Was it light out when you went home?
Sometimes
Is it
I had to ride my bike through some shitty neighborhoods too.
does it feel pretty dangerous for traffic when you ride a bike that far, or not really?
Nah, there was only a few roads where there was no sidewalk.
Hmm.
Most of it had like a bike lane. Most of California's got bike lanes all over.
Places you live here are actually probably more dangerous because people aren't looking out for bike riders.
Nobody rides a bike out here where I'm at.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know
you're
if
not.
I've
No one's
ever
ever.
seen anybody.
Drivers are never thinking about it.
Yeah. I would even want to ride a motorcycle out here. Although I will say that Jessica probably would not agree with me, but the people out here in general are way more courteous of driving. Like in California, they'll have the fast lane, you know, and the speed limit is generally 65. So when you're in the fast lane, you're usually going between 65 or between 70 and 75. But you'll get this fucking jackass who's going the speed limit and sitting in the fast lane. And they don't get over. But out here, most of the time, when you ride somebody long enough, they'll get over for you, you know. But in California, it's like they will sit there until they get to their exit. It's fucking frustrating.
Anyone that's on Instagram, I recommend checking out I-5 commutes or something like that. There's these guys that drive the commute every day to work, and they always video funny shit and commentate on it. It's really
Like
good.
what?
Women doing their makeup in their cars or texting and driving, and they're like, "Hey, hey!" and they roll down their window and yell at the drivers and just do. Yeah, it's just funny stuff.
Well, is it actually on
Or
I-5?
left lane campers because you're supposed to have the what's it called, the work commute when you have four people.
Oh, carpool lane.
Carpool lane, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be a single person driving in the carpool lane, so they'll freak out on them. Stuff like that.
They got cheat codes in a lot of the freeways. Now you get your fucking fast track and you can ride in the, you know, during high traffic hours, you can take the cheater lane.
There was just a massive
It's so
scam.
stupid.
It was like called the fast track scam. I think they sent out text to everybody, said if you don't get your tolls paid, you could lose your license or get your license reprimanded. And that was the scam text that went out this week.
Oh, it wasn't even real.
No. So they probably got a
Crazy.
lot of people on that.
And that's the main reason I say fuck Texas. I fucking hate Texas because
Alexis
they have these fucking toll roads, right?
Mhm.
Where there's no actual toll station, so you can't pay if you want to. And then they send you a fucking bill in the mail, and the whole thing just pisses me off. Like from my house to the airport, you take a toll. There's a toll road. The other road, it's like not even any different, but it's just not convenient because you gotta, I don't know, because the freeways don't connect directly. So it's just like, I just take it all the time, but they sent my shit to collections because I had two separate bills. It's just fuck Texas. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, if you forget about it, right, then they're just gonna
They occur
they
charges.
they take photos of your license plate and then just keep sending more and more, or
Yeah, basically what I'm
like a
gonna start
library
doing is
card.
I'm gonna get one of those little picture things that like blur the camera because I'm sick of giving Texas money to use their stupid fucking road. Fuck George Bush Parkway or whatever the fuck it's called. Shit's a scam.
I don't like toll roads either. I don't think anyone likes toll roads or the concept of them.
No, they're fucking stupid. The
Mm-hmm.
only roads that should be toll roads are freeways that go from one side of the country to the other. That would make the most sense because you have high traffic of people that aren't local. I don't know. It just pisses me
Well,
off.
isn't
It pisses me off.
isn't the one you're paying one for high traffic of non-local, or is it just a
Not
local?
really. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I know you have tolls when you go through Indianapolis and Chicago. And I went
Yeah.
through Indianapolis and I tried finding what toll I went through, and it didn't show up
Yeah.
in the system. So I bought a car, and it's possible that dude got sent the toll because it was to his license plate.
Registered to you still, or
So
him
I
still.
I paid all the ones through Chicago, but the other one didn't pop up. So whatever,
Huh.
I mean, I don't know if it counted it or not.
Can't. Oh, I thought you were grabbing something else.
Well,
She's grabbing.
hour and
Oh, go ahead.
14. Should we
Oh
should
yeah,
we
no,
call
that's
her good
good.
there?
Yeah,
All right, guys.
she's putting
Well,
on her. She's putting on her horse blinders right now.
she sleeps with a nightcap eyes.
Only
The
because the
raccoon
lights
eyes.
are on still.
Oh, well, that's a good
Little does
idea.
she know, I'm just gonna dip my balls in her mouth now. Won't
Supposed to
see
help.
that coming.
It's supposed to help you sleep better with those, from what I've heard. Shuts out stimulation.
Yeah, I don't know what would stimulate in here except for my hand reaching in, but
The five senses. You're just gonna. She'll just feel the weight of your ball sack hanging over but not touching. It's just gonna be
it'll
lingering.
yeah, the heat will transfer. She'll feel it on her chin.
Every breath it just comes down a little, just like rests on the
I got
lips.
s- I got sick balls too right now, so they're nice and small.
Oh man.
I lose my ball mass when I'm sick.
She probably can't wait, dude. She probably can't wait.
Oh, she loves them. They're like her best friends. She's got names for them.
Oh really?
Yeah, and
All right. Thank you guys for watching Not Married to the Name. I'm PBR. This is Deuce. Episode 17. We'll be coming at you with episode 18 soon. Peace.